Hello, 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 YouTube. How are you? First live on YouTube, so I'm super excited. And so, if you are new to me or to my channel, I am Kay Catrice, the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open-minded individuals and also aspiring and current business owners to align with their true life's purpose using their natal chart and their life path. And so, welcome to Astrology After Dark. And on Astrology After Dark, I do live birth chart readings, and I also kind of do just a little bit of education, not a whole lot. But yeah, we have a good time. I'm normally on Facebook. I normally do it on Facebook. I was like, you know what? I got to show YouTube some love. So here we go. So Mondays and Wednesdays, I am on Facebook Live. And then on Fridays, I'm showing you guys love over here on YouTube. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I'm not going to keep you guys long on this Friday night. It's raining here where I am. Where are you guys tuning in from? When you jump on, put it in the comments. Where are you tuning in from? And how's the weather where you are? Because it's raining here. All right. And so I'm going to share my screen. I have a chart pulled up and we're going to jump right into it. Hopefully it will do what it need to do because on Wednesday I was kind of having some difficulty on Facebook with screen sharing. So let's see. Let's get this party started. All right. All right. So here we go. All right. So what I do is I do mini career natal birth chart readings. Now, I don't go into, the aspects, the difficulties and things of that nature. However, I just look at the main houses that are involved in a career reading and then I go from there. So, the houses that you look at when it comes to a natal chart reading for career, okay? You're gonna the first place you're gonna look is the 10th house, okay? The 10th house is the house of career. It's your public self. It's what you show to the world, okay? Then you also look at the midheaven. Now, the midheaven can range anywhere from the 7th to the 12th house, but the most common places that you will see the midheaven is the 9th, 10th, and 11th house. Okay. And then you also look at the ascendant and first house, the second house, and then the sixth house. Sixth house is the house of work, daily work routines, how you interact with other people within your work routines. Okay. Second house is the money house. It's also how you relate to money, your self-worth, your personal possessions. And then first house is the house of self. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, this here, this particular person's first house, 10th house, I'm sorry, is in the sign of Libra. Okay. And so is um Libra is the sign of balance. Okay, it is ruled by Venus, and so Venus is the planet of love and beauty. Venus also rules the sign of Taurus as well. Okay, and so when you're looking at the 10th house, possible career fields for somebody with a Libra 10th house would be like art or cosmetology or beauty. Um, things, cosmetology, art, beauty, finance, anything that has to do with finance, things like that. Now, the midheaven is here in the 11th house. Okay. And the 11th house is the house of friends and humanitarianism. Um, it's also the house of wishes coming true. Okay. Now, the midheaven is here in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled, the modern ruler is Pluto, and the traditional ruler is Mars. Okay. Um, and so for this person here with their midheaven in Scorpio, Scorpio is a it's an in-depth sign. Okay, so they go deep. So for Pluto, Pluto rules things like death and taxes, government work. It also rules things like um, astrology, occult sciences, things of that nature. Um, Now her Venus, which is here in the first house, okay, her Venus with it being here in Capricorn in the first house, and also her Pluto is here in the first house in the sign of Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn is a very structured sign, very matter of fact. One thing about people with Capricorn risings is that they take everything literally. Like they take things literally, and so you when you say stuff to them, you have to like be really cautious about what you say, like because they really take it literally. So her having this here, and then Saturn is the chart ruler because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Um, she would be interested in things like you know uh beauty. The person whose chart this is, it's a young girl, and she, when she grows up, she wants to be a beautician. She always talks about being a beautician. She is very much about her money. She don't play about her money. She's a little entrepreneur already, and beauty here with her having her Venus in her first house, that coincides with her wanting to be, it makes sense that she wants to be a beautician, um, you know, because Venus rules cosmetology. She's also very entrepreneur focused. She has a little business already of her own. And so she's already entrepreneur focused. She is interested in astrology. She likes astrology and things like that. Now her Saturn is here in her 11th house in Scorpio. And so it makes her Saturn is the planet of karma, and it makes you do, you don't get it right the first time, you're going to redo it until you do get it right. Okay. Now with her having Saturn here in the house of friends, um she's a very sometimes she has challenges with with friendship. Sometimes she's not sure about herself. It kind of makes her she doubts herself a little bit, especially with it being conjunct her sun here, and she's very hard on herself. She's hard on herself, and so that explains this being here. And then she has her moon here in the second house, and so with in the sign of Aquarius. And so with her having her moon here in the second house, it makes her very money and her emotions go together. She gets really emotional when it comes to her money. We'll say that she does get emotional when it comes to her money. But entrepreneurship, her being a beautician, working for herself, she does make friends really easily. She doesn't have a problem with making friends. Um, there are some hard aspects here uh, with her sun and Saturn, um, with her second house, that I have to go more in depth into. And then her sixth house is in the house of Gemini, and so she needs an environment, a work environment that is a very relaxed, very social. Gemini is a very social energy, and so when you think about beauticians or cosmet- cosmetologists, you go to get your hair done. It's a very social environment. People are coming in and out. There's laughter and giggles and gossip and all of the things. And so you know her wanting to pursue being a beautician when she gets older, looking at her chart, she is right, in line with where her chart, what her chart flow would say about her. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing and then jump back over here. All right, so. And then if you want your chart read live, you can just drop your information in the comments in the chat here. Now I would need your name. Well, I don't need your name. Well, yeah, I do need your name. I need your name, your date of birth, your name, your date of birth, your place of birth, and your time of birth, so that I could pull up your chart. Now, that information is needed, especially the time of birth is needed in order to set your first house, because your first house is your rising sign, and it is set on your time of birth, because the rising signs change about approximately every 2 hours, and so you want to be as accurate as possible when it comes to your rising sign, because it can kind of, if the rising sign is not correct, it will throw the rest of the chart off. Now, your moon sign and your sun sign, those signs are pretty much accurate on the chart. The only thing that'll change with like the moon sign, especially, is if you were born like on a day where the moon shifted signs. Okay. So you would need to know your time of birth in order to get the accurate moon sign. Although you can, a lot of times, if you don't know the moon sign, when I'm working with clients, what I'll do is I'll read off both moon signs, and then they'll just kind of tell me which one resonates with them more, and kind of go from there if they can't get their actual birth time. Now, you can, a couple of ways you can try to get your birth time is you can ask your mom or your dad if they remember. If it's on your birth certificate, some states put it on the birth certificate. At one point, I'm in Florida, so at one point, Florida wasn't putting it on the birth certificates. And then when I went and I got my daughters, I think about a couple of years ago, they were putting the birth times on there. So you can check your birth certificate and see if the time is on there, and if it's not on there, you can always call Vital Statistics, the Vital Statistics office in your area, or the Department of Health, whichever handles the birth certificates, and they should be able to give you the time, your time of birth. Um, I know here in Florida, you used to could order them, with the time on, so you can just check and see if you can order it with the time on as well. And so real quick little lesson here. Um, if you are new to astrology, and you are like, okay, that was really cool, and I saw all the symbols, but what the heck was that? So that circle that you saw, that is a natal chart, okay? And so the natal chart is pretty much a snapshot of the sky at the time of your birth, okay? So it shows where the planets were, and the luminaries. The luminaries are the sun and the moon, um, and then the other all the other planets, where they were, at your time of birth, okay? And so that is your energetic signature, okay? Those energies are inside of you, and those energies, when you use those energies correctly, when you capitalize on those energies, it can really help you to, navigate your life and understand exactly who you are, so that you can use those energies more effectively, okay? Now, when you use your natal chart in conjunction with your life path, it better helps you to know how you can fulfill your life's journey, because your life path is your life's journey, okay? And so that is why you decided to incarnate into this life, okay? And so all of those energies that's in you from your life, from your natal chart, help you to fulfill your life path. Now, your life path is not always connected to your career. Okay, like your career could be one thing that you do to make money here in the physical realm, and then your life path could be, just what you do, what your soul came here to do. Your life path might involve you volunteering, um, to do something to help, children, underprivileged children or underprivileged people, or whatever it is. Your life path does not always equate to your career or job. Okay. And so that's just a quick snapshot overview of what that is, what the natal chart is, of what a life path is. Now, I did just upload a new video on the channel, under the numerology playlist, talking about what is numerology, what is your life path. So you can go and you can check that video out, and you can also check out the astrology basics playlist, where I have, talking about what is astrology and your natal chart, your big three, the sun, moon, and rising, and how you calculate those, and also intro to the chart houses, because each of those 12 slots on the chart wheel, they correlate to different areas of your life. Okay. So you start with the first house, which is the house of self. And then you go all the way around, into the 12th house, which is the house of undoings, the subconscious. It's the house of things that is hidden. Okay. And so, it's like a progression. It's like a soul's progression, is what it is. And so, definitely go and check those three videos out, especially if you are brand new to astrology and the occult and things of that nature. And so, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode of Astrology After Dark. If you did like this, and you want to see more of these here on YouTube, um, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Also, if you would like to get a life path interpretation, where I basically, you would, send me I would need your birth date, and I would calculate your life path, and then I would give you a interpretation of that. It is in PDF form. Well, it'll be on a Google Doc. But I will, you get that. Or if you would like to get a career reading with a life path interpretation, You can do either or. If you don't want an interpretation, you just want the career reading, you can do that, or you can get it with the career reading with the interpretation. You can send me an email to Catrice at the natalchartnavigator.com to book one of those, and I'll get that right over to you. So, you guys have a great rest of your Friday and weekend. Be safe. It is a holiday, so be safe. And I will see you guys next Friday on Astrology After Dark. Have a great one.